back to the channel, guys. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Today we are going to be installing a Moto rack for the Jeep Grand Cherokee to transport that guy. That's my 450 dirt bike. Haven't really had a way to transport it since moving to Colorado, so I've been relying on some guys with trucks, but now we'll be able to put it on the back of that guy. This is actually an Australian-based company, so it's pretty awesome to have them in the States here. Nice set of directions here. And what's really cool about this is that they come with lights on the rear, so your lights are not covered. So and there's one of the LED lights that go on the rear of the unit. Alright, and she's fully installed. Took me about, say, 40 minutes just trying to figure out how to do everything and all the correct steps, but I'm going to give you the correct steps here. So step one, the hitch receiver, you're going to want to mount that in the vehicle first, and make sure that the one with the holes that are drilled down, that part goes in there, it's facing there. So that's step one, put the black bar in first. Step two, you're gonna mount the rail with these 4 bolts, and there's 2 washers that are used per bolt. I put the nut on the outside, but you have a washer on the inside and then a washer on the outside. Step 3, you're gonna install the front wheel chock, and that takes a total of 6 bolts. So you can install the 3 here, and then this one here in the corner, you want to leave that one out because you're actually going to use another bolt for that, a longer one that comes with actual light mounts. Okay, same thing on this side, you got that bolt that's included, and that's kind of how that went together. Pretty simple. Next step is to put the lights on. Real easy. You got the, actually you need to tighten those down still, but you got 2 holes there. And then after that, you're gonna wanna put the zip ties on here. And those go through like this. So you put the zip tie out and then loop it around and then back through, tighten it down. And then next you can do the wheel section of the wheel chock. That's the bolt that goes through there, and then you tighten it there on the rear. And then you have this guy. This one's made to come in and out easily because you're gonna have to drop this whole system, and then it goes through this hole, and then you wheel your dirt bike onto it, and then this pops up. And I'll show you a demonstration later. But then lastly, you can go ahead and install a rack, and that's pretty straightforward. You got this bolt that shoots up underneath, just like that, and don't forget the lock washer there if you can see it. And then that's basically complete there. Quality's awesome. The powder coating here is really nice, and as I mentioned before, the best part of this thing is this system right here, which locks it when you have all that weight on there from shifting back and forth. On these guys, they want washers on both sides. So washer on the inside, and then you got a washer on the outside too before you put the nut on. Tighten these. You're gonna want a 19 mil ratchet on the end, and then an 18 mil to hold it. Alright guys, next is the the front tire mount here. You're gonna have 6 of these bolts. Actually, I have some in my hand here, and I just got one holding it in here. So you got 6 of these bolts. They're gonna be a 13 millimeter. And then same thing, you want a washer on the inside and the outside before you put the nut on. Alright guys, next step is this third one here. I accidentally put this one in preemptively, but this longer one is included to go ahead and mount the lights on. So what you want to do is same thing, washer on the inside, washer on the outside, then a lock washer, then your standard nut, and then we're going to do a locking nut on here like that, with a washer on, and then one on the other side as well. So you'll see how that looks after I'm done here with the photo. Alright guys, so this is the passenger side. As you can see, you got the washer, lock washer, nut, and this isn't the locking nut, and then you put the locking nut on, washer, bracket. Alright, so with these zip ties, you kind of loop it through and then pull it down. So I'll demonstrate here. So I'm going to start at this end, loop it around the wire, and push it back through the hole, just like that. And then you put it right back in there. And they cinch down like that, but you don't want to pull too tight. Alright guys, one of the coolest things about this system is its locking device. So it barely has any play once you get it all lined up properly. These are kind of shims that go in here, just like so, and then you have this locking device that sits on top of there, and it pulls it to one side. So once you ratchet it down, alright, next we're going to go ahead and put these eyelets on. Alright, so we have the first eyelets installed here with the bolt, lock washers on this side. Then we're going to go ahead and put this other eyelet in, and this goes right in there like so, and threads through the other side. And then there's one, hooks onto the peg right there, and then we'll do the other side too. Alright, this is the ramp storage bolt. That's what it looks like. We're gonna go ahead and thread from the bottom and keep that lock washer on the bottom there all the way up through. And then we'll put that nut on top there. And we'll tighten that guy down using I believe it's a 1/2 inch. Let's just take a check. Nope, that's much too small. It's going to be a 5/8. So we'll grab that. Alright guys, next we put this galvanized bolt in there. You got a washer on this side, washer in between, and that sits like so. And then what you want to do is take this eyelet, and you can see they provided some hardware here to put in top hole right here. So this little guy goes right through there. Then you take this bolt, she goes right in there like that. And I even think when you put this on, there it goes. It provided a hole there too, so you got your ramp here, and then put in that key, and boom, you're done. And then you just adjust, once the bike's in there, you adjust up and down to chock the wheel, just like that. And then same thing, when the motorcycle's in, you tighten down by spinning these. Pretty straightforward, guys.